Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. Thank you for asking.
I gotta find myself. Where's my
That's okay. I just found myself too.
There it is. Where am I located? Where are you located?
I am in Lehigh Acres, Florida.
Ooh, where's that do? I've heard of it, but I can't. I'm trying to place it.
Fort Myers, Naples.
Yep. I have a friend who has a place not far from there. And actually, my Amy, I don't know where you guys are going, but Amy, all of us, the cousins, all got land in Naples about 2012.
Oh, okay.
And I sold it immediately. Dumbest thing I ever did.
Yeah, because right now the housing in that market is crazy right now.
Even before that, I sold. I don't know. It was like $30,000 or whatever. It's like, all right, yeah, let me take the cash. Sold. Fast forward like 2 years past that, there's like a $600,000 house on that parcel of land, which you can see the waterfront.
Woo.
Like,
Wow. So you have to pardon me because I'm in Florida and I got a little bit of skin cancer yesterday removed, so I got the whole Band-Aid thing going on.
You do not have to explain to me because you're talking to somebody who has dealt with pieces taken from here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn my head. You're not going to be able to see it, but this whole area right here,
Right.
30 days ago, it looked like skin was dripping off of me because I had radiation. Like literally, like 3rd degree, like I was in a fire, all the way, like.
Wow.
If you look in the back, you see a little patch.
Gotcha.
So I'm right there with you. It worked great. It was kind of scary in the beginning, like what's this gonna do?
Right.
It was the best treatment option because I let it go for too long, and if I had done surgery, I mean, they would have been like half my face, just like.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So and I have baby butt skin right now. It's like a baby butt.
There you go. That was your plus, right?
Yeah, that was the plan. Now I know why people do the laser treatments.
Right. Yep.
You know what? Yeah.
So I'm not sure what we're doing. They just told me that I'm doing 5 shows with you. I have no idea what we're doing.
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about what you do and how you do it. Tell me that, just generally, you do cleansings, you do court case work, which you don't have to tell me about it. I'd love to talk about it while we're on. What's the basis for what you do? You are you do oracle cards, tarot cards. Tell me.
Oracle, tarot. I do pendulums. I do wax readings, palm readings, energy readings. I do it all.
What would you, if I said, what are you? What would your title be?
Miss Judie.
Well, aside from that, I'm a host, so what would yours be?
A minister of the earth.
Okay.
Because I am an ordained minister too. I don't know what else to call myself. I really don't.
So you're
a guru. I'm a guru.
All right, we'll just roll with it. We'll get to it. And you're ordained to marry people?
Yes.
So am I.
Woo!
Yeah. My track record's pretty good for marrying people. My personal one, not as much, but whatever. All right, so I'm going to do this.
Recording in progress.
And we'll get going. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Beautiful. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world. This is the Podcast Business News Network. Thank you so much for joining us. I have probably one of the most unique people I've ever met. He does so much. She helps so many people, and I could describe what she does, but I'm going to let her do it because it's very unique. And I'm going to call you Miss Judie. Is that okay, Miss Judie?
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, and you would be a technically a minister of the earth, but if we break that down a little bit more, you're somebody who does spiritual healing, you do spiritual and energy cleansing. Tell me all the things that you do. There's so many of them.
And you know what? I might forget a few myself. But hi, I'm Miss Judy. I am an ordained minister, so I can marry people and all that good stuff. But I consider myself a minister of the earth because I work with people of all faiths. And I'm not religion-based per se, but it's a good title to have to be able to do certain things anyway. I do cleansings, I do readings, and I do have a team of people. We do home cleanse, we do court case work. We just, anything spiritual that could enhance your life, we do that.
I'm intrigued. When you say court case work, what do you mean?
So, probably 10 plus years ago, I started doing, somebody came to me and they said, hey, I have this big case, I'm not guilty, and I need some help getting through the system. And I said, I'll give it a try. And it was like the odds were stacked against this person, like big time. And they won. And I was like, oh, wow. So I know, they had a public defender, which usually 9 out of 10 times isn't such a good thing. And the lawyer didn't really work for him. So he said, hey, I think that spirit helped me. And I started working with court cases. And when I tell you now, I'm working with big celebrity court cases.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you say that you work with the court cases, give me an example. We don't have to go into detail because I know that there's confidentiality involved, but what do you do?
So I make up different jars so I need all the names of the people involved in the case. And I make up different jars like to sweeten people up, for the betterment, to sour people or to freeze people out of the case completely. Stuff like that. I take a pair of the defendant's shoes and I bury them in a certain place, facing a certain direction, showing that they're coming home. And of course, I have like a different stuff that I put in the hole with the shoes and just different things like that.
Wow, interesting. I never thought about that, and I'm big proponent of positive energy. I'm not talking about putting hexes on somebody or
right.
wishing on somebody, but doing whatever you can do to make your situation go the way you want it to.
Right. Like manipulate things a little bit, get spirits to get in there and move some things that normally wouldn't be moved. When I tell you, I have seen some crazy stuff. So I could talk about this one. I'm allowed to if I can. I was doing a court case for a young man. They call him Soldier Creep. He's a rap artist, and he had a large case against him and a whole bunch of his friends, like a whole group of them. And I did his case and his best friends. They're the only two that are out. Well, when I walked into the courtroom, the lights went off. They started like flickering. And I didn't even do that. I guess it was my energy. I don't know. And the prosecutor was up actually doing her, her talk and everything. And she looked over and she started sweating. She put her hair up. Then she got all tongue-tied. And she asked the bailiff to ask me to leave. But anyway, him and his friend are the only two free. They both won their trial. All the rest of their friends are doing time for the same charge.
Wow, and I'm a firm believer in what you just said. The lights started flickering, the energy. I've worked with psychics before, and I'm skeptical. I gotta see it. I gotta see it for myself. I've witnessed it for myself, and I've been on the air with psychics who are genuine. There's some that aren't. All right.
Right.
And I've had those psychics on, and all of a sudden their headphones just like fall apart, disintegrate, pieces fall off.
Yeah.
Like why? And I've had lots of guests on it. It's never happened before. Why is it happening when there's a psychic on? And I'm just an example talking about in terms of the energy. Right.
What? Who's rock?
Say again?
Who's rock?
Ruh-roh.
Oh, okay. We don't have to, but I was supposed to.
So you're getting somebody in my energy, or me, somebody who's rock.
A young person, it sounds to be.
Not getting it, but I have to think about it, and I'm not saying that it's not there. I would have to think about it.
Okay.
And feel free to throw any more out, because I'm right there with you.
Rock and Royce.
Rock and say it again.
Rock and Royce.
Not yet, but I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
All right, and I call that psychic amnesia, where somebody says something to you, and you're like,
Right. It happens all the time.
It happens all the time, and you know what's going to happen? I'm going to call you, text you after this. Oh, got it.
It happens all the time.
Can you what you just said? The Rock. Would it be a name or just something? You're getting something.
Rocky, Raquel, rock something. It's like.
When you say rock, I'm thinking one thing, but now you say it could be maybe a name connected to Raquel or something like that. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
But I think it's a guy though. I don't know why. I know Raquel sounds like a girl, but I don't know why I feel like it's a guy. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm not going to say no, because I'm gonna think about it, and I'm gonna see if there's something there. We could get off this broadcast, and I could go get an email and have something connected to somebody with the name Rock.
That happened yesterday in a mediumship reading I did, so I could tell you without saying the name. So I was doing this mediumship reading, and I said, I don't know why. I said, but it's important. There's somebody with a yellow shirt and blue jeans. Whoever this is we're talking about that's passed. I said, it's really significant. There's something in the picture significant. And she was like, I don't know. I don't know. So literally 2 to 3 minutes after we hung up, the phone rings again. And I pick it up, and she says, look at your text message. So I scroll through, and there is a picture of the young lady we were just talking about in a yellow top and blue jeans.
Wow.
And the significance of the picture was, what stood out to me was she was standing next to a big thing of Tupac. But there was also somebody in the background, and I said, the person in the background, the name starts with an M. She said, yeah, it does. I said, and she said, and she's pregnant. I said, yes, and she's having a boy. She said, she is. I said, well, his name is supposed to also start with an M, like, I can't remember what I said. But yeah, she was like, I'm going to tell her, because, yeah, it just all came together.
Freaky. Yeah. It's when those things do, and I'm a firm believer in it. And if you ask for it, if you ask for a sign of something, you're probably going to get it. If you either meditate on it or think deeply on it. Yeah. Putting that energy out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm learning a lot about you. I didn't know. And by the way, what's your website? Somebody want to reach out to you. How do they do that?
Readings by Judie, JUDIE.com. Because people always do JUDY, and I'm the IE. I'm the exception.
You are. So if somebody is looking for a reading, they reach out to you. You do tarot card readings as well?
Yep.
What's your favorite thing to do? If you had to pick something, what would it be?
I love cleansings because I love the testimonies afterwards. I get them daily. You changed my life. I'm getting blessings on blessings. I can't believe how my life has changed. I hear it so much. And so I love to cleanse people. And my court case work, I'm very, very passionate about.
Wow. When we talk about cleansing, is there Ice Age?
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I just bought for the first time Palo Santo spray, and love it. Oh my God, it smells so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than perfume or cologne. It's that good.
Yes. Yep.
What's the proper way to do that? So I always hear different things, like you're supposed to go counterclockwise, clockwise. Make sure you open up the windows. Make sure you set the intention when you're doing it. What's your suggestion for somebody that just wants to do their own cleansing?
So for their own personal cleansing, for some, you could clear your energy every day, but for long-term things, you need a hands-on like what we do. But for every day, just to clear your energy, it depends on what you're trying to make happen for yourself. Like, just say you have a day that you want to, you want to get rid of certain things, you want to start over, you would do counterclockwise because you're trying to turn things around. Now, if you want things to go, you're trying to work on something, you want to move forward in a better direction, and not get rid of anything, then you would go clockwise.
Got it. Okay.
So anything you're trying to get rid of, you go reverse. Anything you're trying to bring in, you go clockwise.
And do you set an intention? Do you talk about, I want to get rid of this negative energy around me?
Absolutely. If you don't set an intention, Spirit does with it what they may.
Yeah. What about opening windows? Somebody told me open windows, doors to let that negative energy out.
So with sage, absolutely. For Palo Santo, you don't have to. Palo Santo changes your negative energy into positive energy. So you don't want to let that loose.
Say that last part again.
You don't want to, like, Palo Santo changes the negative to positive. So you don't want to open the windows and let that positive out.
So really, Palo Santo would be maybe the easier way to go. See, nobody's ever said that. And
yes.
Wow.
My husband actually, just before we got on camera, my husband just went around me with a Palo Santo stick.
Yep, gotta get me some.
I would suggest ground Palo Santo. It's so much easier. It burns much more efficiently. Burn it on a little charcoal burner, the little charcoal burners. Heat that on your stove, put a teaspoon of ground Palo Santo on it, and Palo away.
And the spray is just okay? It's all right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Wow. I'm learning stuff here. This is great. You got it going on. Do you have any tarot cards near you?
Sure do.
I have done this in the past, but what the heck? It's been so long. Would you like to pull some cards on me?
I absolutely would. Thank you for asking.
Well, thank you for obliging.
Of course. Let's see what we get. Okay. All right, Spirit, tell me something about Steve Harper.
Have you shuffled before you do that?
I shuffled them and I Palo Santo'd them before we got on camera because I had them sitting here for a reason.
This wasn't planned, by the way, people.
It wasn't. Well, kind of. It kind of was, but we hadn't talked about it.
Well, us getting together today was planned, but I didn't even know you did tarot card reading. So.
Right. So this shows me here. Oh my goodness. So you got a lot of forward movement that's getting ready to happen. I see some travel coming up, but it's with business or with your work. I also see here, this is going to be you and somebody else. I feel like it's a woman. There's some forgiveness that has to happen. Some like ready to move on type of forgiveness. And I feel like something's getting ready to happen for you. Like it's going to reignite your passion for things. Because I feel like there's some part of your life that's like kind of like subdued right now. And that passion is getting ready to be reignited.
Before I confirm nor deny any of that, I'm going to ask a couple of questions. When we say passion, do you mean, is it a person? Is it passion for work? Or it's just passion?
Spirit, show me what type of passion we're talking about.
Wow, you're very specific. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, and when I tell you this thing here, this is it. That's my pendulum swing.
So I've heard about the pendulum swing, and even as simple as just holding something and seeing which way it goes. And people have said to me before, if you want an answer, you can just stand in a doorway and see which way your body gravitates to, and that will give you.
I've heard of that. I've never personally done that, or done that with anyone, but and with your passion, it just shows me. It does not telling me either or. It just shows basically passion with your life choices.
Meaning that I'm excited about my life choices. I feel good about them.
I think you're gonna get re-excited. Like whatever you've got really subdued with, like kind of just like whatever, like that. Something's gonna happen where you're gonna be like, there's no more of that. I'm ready. But I'm gonna do my pendulum real quick, and I'm gonna ask that. Can I take the camera down and put it on the pendulum?
Please do.
All right.
This is super cool.
Let's see. How do I switch this thing around? Can I? Oh, here we go. Boom. Okay.
By the way, I haven't confirmed or denied anything you said so far.
Right.
We'll get to that.
And that's okay too. All right. So is what
I can see everything you're doing.
Is what Steve's passion going to be reignited for? Is it a person? That's a yes.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Let's see. How do I turn my camera back on? Oh, here we go.
Wow.
So the card says one thing, but the pendulum says another thing. And I tend to, I'm listening to both. So maybe there's a life choice coming up with a person.
Not at the moment, so I'll share that with you. But when you talk about forward momentum and a lot going on, probably the most ever in my life.
Okay.
A lot going on for sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's spot on with that. And there is passion for a lot of things with some of those changes that are happening very soon. I don't want to say, yeah, okay, you were right, but
right.
I can't deny it. And it is what you said, specific. As for the passion with a person, I'll let you know. I don't know, maybe it's somebody with the name Raquel.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll be very interested to find out.
It's got to be wild when something's verified, for you, when it's validated, when it comes back, right? I
love validation. I absolutely, it makes my day when I get a text from somebody and they'll say, oh my gosh, so-and-so and such, just what you said. If you read my Google reviews, I get a lot of that on Google too.
Tell me about my mom.
I'm just seeing flowers.
Okay.
Is there somebody with the first initial V?
Yep.
I don't know why I just started really sweating and it's not even hot in here. Ooh.
Wow. Okay, that's
ooh, Lord. Literally, I am like whole body sweating right now for no reason.
Wow.
And that's all they gave me. Tell them the letter V.
That's not my mom's name, but that is somebody who I had a relationship with. Not a great relationship. There was craziness, but it served its purposes in a lot of ways. People here for a reason or a season.
Right.
Okay, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. How do you deny that?
Right. Right.
And it's okay that it's not what it was, and it never really was going to be anything. I'm being very honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it ran its course as of last week.
Wow.
And letter V, first name.
Wow. So let me ask you this. I feel like the reason the sweat just happened is because whatever the whatever happened got really heated or intense.
Yeah, yeah. But it was, in my mind, it wasn't something that was going to be. I didn't know, but
Right.
it's all good. I'm not saying there's anything bad, and it probably, in the big picture, better. But again, the name, like,
Right.
Jeez, God.
Thank you.
And for a while, I'm like, throw the pen.
Drop the microphone.
Yeah, well, I always use that. I figure I'd throw the pen today. But, yeah, that's.
Look,
See,
these are sweaty. It's still happening. Hi, Steve.
And I'm skeptical. I'm the biggest skeptic. And I'm going to share. She's not on social media, so you can't even find me and find me with her. You know what I'm saying? Because people are, skeptical. Oh, man, you just Google it.
Oh, right.
No freaking way. Absolutely not. Not even a chance. Done. Not happening. So there you go.
Yeah, especially the V. It could be, if I would have said Z or V, that's two crazy letters. And, people are like, she could have picked out, that letter. No, you don't normally. You go to S, you go to N, stuff like that. That's how I feel. So.
And there's a lot of names, that, maybe common names. You think a J. Okay,
Right.
Whatever. But yeah, all right. I'm good with that. That's wild. And it's not a situation that was from way in the past.
Right.
Extremely recent. So, interesting. Readings by Judie, JUDIE.com. Where do we go from here? I'm waiting for that R name or that R reference that you had there. It's like I can't wait to check emails and. I know we're in a Mercury Retrograde, so people come back from your past.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That thing. I don't think about it, and for me, when I don't think about stuff, I don't let it affect me. So.
I don't know why I just keep it on my radar for anybody that's listening and watching that you've never heard of Mercury Retrograde. We don't have to get into the deep definition of it, but Google it. It's interesting. You might want to be aware of it. I always say back up your hard drives during that period.
Yes. Oh, do I agree with that? It's funny, and see now I'm accepting it. But ever since Mercury Retrograde started, my phone has been freezing. Remember, I just told you that. I just told my husband. Yeah, but I didn't attribute it to that. But now I kind of have to give it to it.
Yeah.
They can have that little piece right there.
And I've learned this from a very well-known psychic years ago that I worked with, and he would talk about it, and I'd be like, whatever. And then we were in a period of that, and I had Sprint at the time. The entire network went down. Like it was. It's never happened before for a day and a half. Entire country.
Wow.
And it was during about Mercury Retrograde. All right.
Wow.
Things happen. Why during that period? I don't know. What are some of the other things you do along with readings, cleansings, the court cases?
I do everything. I have right behind me inside that white door there is my little religious goods store. Like I have, baths and different products to, a lot of candles. I do a lot of candle work, for so many different reasons. And I have candles for every single thing that I dress and fix ahead of time. Well, I call them the blessed and dressed candles. And so I pray over them. I put intention into them. I dress them with the proper herbs and oils. And, I make sure they're good to go. Then I cover them and people come and get them.
Tell me about that. We have a minute or two left. What's up with candles? I've got crystals. I've got, number of other things I'm aware of. What is the intentional candles? Like, what's the deal?
If you start them, you won't be able to stop. They're so amazing because it gives you a center point to manifest whatever the candle is dressed for, and it just gives you a space, something to look at, something to focus on, that sends out that message to spirit from the stuff that you dress it with. It really is amazing. I mean, I'm big into candles. I never have a moment that I'm not burning candles.
I just started getting into it, and when I told you I put the Palo Santo spray, I bought a sage candle.
There you go. I would love to send you one of mine.
I don't know where to get them. That's the other thing. If I go to your website, would I find it there?
Yeah.
Candles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Yeah. And it was like a random purchase. I was in the store. I'm like, you know what? I was with my daughter. I'm like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. And she had no idea. And I explained it to her what the significance of it is. And I think she's 14. But when I sprayed the Palo Santo, she's like, oh my God, that smells really good. And she's very into scents and very particular.
Well, she's also empathic.
I would say she is. She doesn't want you to know that.
Right. Whoops. Sorry.
But I think she's afraid to admit that, and she and I have become very close, recently. But I wondered when I sprayed it. I was wondering what you're going to say, like, caramel. I'm like, oh, just wait. But now she's spraying that, and I had to stop her. Like, stop. I need to get another room with that. Readingsbyjudy.com. You are amazing, Judy. Just what
Thank
you do, in just 30 minutes. That even what you revealed, for me, I'm waiting on the R name or the R reference. Let's not even call it a name because we don't know what it is.
Right.
But I will get back to you on that, and I'm sure it's going to materialize. And again, I'm sure we're going to end this, and I'm going to go check an email, and it's probably going to be there. I don't doubt it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if somebody reaches out to you, can they talk to you without a charge just to find out what they might need?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll even swing the pendulum for people for no charge. One swing. I don't have a lot of time, but anytime that I can, I most certainly will. They can also book a free 10-minute consult on my website.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because a lot of us, if it's new to you, you're not really sure what you want or your need. You need to be directed by somebody like you,
Sure.
On what service it might be. Fantastic talking with you. It's definitely a pleasure.
Thank you, Steve.
I'm looking forward to getting together sometime soon.
Okay, same here. I appreciate it.
All right, positive energy your way.
You too. Peace.
Thank you. All right, we'll be right back.
That went really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so guys, so that was an interview with celebrity interviewer Steve Harper, and he has interviewed. Don't mind I have skin cancer, y'all. So just so y'all know, he has interviewed Teresa Caputo, the Long Island medium. He has interviewed John Edwards. He's worked with a lot of famous psychics. And so that he asked me to be on his show. And of course, I did not turn that down. And I was really excited. And yeah, so that's what you guys just watched. And once it airs, I'll share that as well, the link. So, all right, guys, peace out.